I'm taking an oil sample from my 2006 300 TDI Defender with 180,000 kilometers because I'm going to send it off for analysis to see what's going on inside the gearbox. I'm going to be changing the oil anyway, as I don't know when it was last changed, but I'll only get one chance to do this analysis, which may give a bit of a clue as to its previous history. Running down my sleeve. There are a lot of drivetrain noises on this vehicle, and the gear changes get worse as the vehicle gets hot, and reverse can be a bit of a challenge to slot into. So this may be related to a worn clutch or the armouring that's fouling on the clutch pedal, but either way I think the synchro rings have probably been doing a lot of work and are pretty worn. So my plan is to drain the oil, get it analysed, filter it, look for any big chunks, fill it with cheap ATF, run it up to temperature, drain it, and then fill it with genuine MTF 94. So for gearbox oil, that is dark as hell. Got a bit of a red tint on there, so I'm going to assume that's ATF and very old. And these are the oil analysis results. You'll see from the status and the title that it's not very great news, to be honest. So the analysis has highlighted that there's a lot of iron, aluminium, copper and silicon. Silicon basically means contaminants, like literally dirt. Copper, it says on the sheet here, it could be bearing wear. But personally, I would put that as synchro rings. Bearing wear seems like sort of thing you would put for an engine. That would indicate engine wear, but I would think synchro rings. And iron will be general wear, and aluminium, who knows. The other interesting part of this report is the PQ index, which is basically a measure of how magnetic the oil is, i.e. how much ferrous material is in it. The spectrochemical analysis, which identifies the ppm, parts per million, tries to identify fragments smaller than about 10 microns, and it misses the bigger stuff. So the PQ index measures basically how much iron, regardless of the particle size there is in the oil. I've looked up on the internet. As a rule of thumb, if the PQ is smaller than the ppm, then there aren't likely to be many larger particles associated with wear. So this PQ is smaller, so it tends to state that there aren't any bigger particles, but the bigger particles might not have been in the sample. They're probably at the bottom of the gearbox. The high values for calcium, phosphorus and zinc usually relate to the oil additives, so it's normal to see values of that magnitude and why they haven't been highlighted, I think, in the analysis. I've been told by the guy that fitted the roll cage and the armouring in this Defender that the Defender would have had transmission oils changed every 5 years, which is longer than it should be, to be honest. Later in the video, I'll be comparing what the oil looks like when it comes out compared with all the other oil changes I've done on my Defenders over the years. But based on what it looks like, I think it's probably been in there longer than 5 years. Probably a bit of a moot point. You know, the analysis says old oil needs changing, you know, newsflash. But I thought it'd be interesting to see what came back with this, as the oil is particularly disgusting. One oil analysis isn't the be-all and end-all, but this is test as a baseline, basically, and then the real value of analysis comes in comparing to changes in future values. We'll see whether I actually bother to pay for one in future. Drain plug. It used to be a 32mm spanner on pre-2004 R380s. Now this is a bit more fiddly. This is a 3/8 with limited space. Okay, what I want to do is capture most of this. And the rest can go down. It's looking a bit golden in the light there. Do not want to drop this. That is horrible. That's what came off. This drain plug's got a lot of fine material, no big chunks really. I wouldn't say there's anything too epic about it, although the magnetic might be at its capacity. So there might be other bits of material that haven't been attracted to the magnet. So let's compare this with my two other Defenders with R380 gearboxes, which I've been servicing for the last 10 and 15 years respectively. This is my 2003 Defender. It's got 40,000 miles on it. The first service I did on the left was quite spiky. I don't know how many miles it had done on this oil, but it probably wasn't 40,000. On the right is the latest oil change I've done, which only had 1,000 miles on it, over multiple years. There's still a fair amount of small material come out for a relatively small amount of miles, so I think there's always going to be something coming out on a magnetic drain plug, no matter how many miles you've done. And then moving to my 1997 Defender, which I've done the most gearbox oil changes on. Top left is the first change I did at 145,000 miles, and that's when a piece of the synchro hub came out with the drain plug. So I replaced that with an Ashcroft reconditioned gearbox a year later, but I didn't photograph the final drain of that original gearbox. But the photo at the top right is the recon gearbox after 6,000 miles. So this would have had brand new bearings, maybe some gears, and I would guess that the spiky nature of the drain plug indicates that there's a bedding in period. And it does look a bit like the first drain plug from my 2003 Defender, which may also have been bedding in, because even though that vehicle's got 40,000 miles, the gearbox has markings on it that look like it was a reconditioned gearbox at some point, which is a bit odd, but there we go. The other three oil changes at the bottom are about similar intervals, mid-teens of thousands of miles, and you can see they've got much more of a sludgy consistency rather than a spiky one. So if I compare these drain plugs that have had a longer interval and don't have the spikes on them with the gearbox in question's drain plug, to be honest, it's a bit hard to tell, because it's a bit like comparing apples with a walrus, because they're different drain plugs, but we can see a couple of smaller spikes on there, and the magnet, may be overloaded. So I think it's not that easy to draw any conclusions. The sludginess of material, the volume of material may be on par, but it's a bit difficult to say. If you've got a post 2004 R380 with this drain plug, let me know in the comments how this compares with yours. Taking a quick look at the remnants of the oil that was drained from this gearbox compared to the only other photo I have from a 17,000 mile interval. The sheen of the lighter material is expected. That's probably the synchro material. Although probably in the gearbox we've just drained, there's a bit more, and I guess that would speak of a higher interval than 17,000 miles. So potentially another clue there to a higher mileage. So then I put in some ATF, and we'll see what comes out in the flush. Coincidentally, I found this old bottle of ATF from 2010 that I've been carrying around in the back of my Defender as a power steering top-up. It's a bit out of date now. I didn't want to actually use it for anything, but I'm glad I've actually been able to get some use out of this instead of just chucking it away. All in, this ATF flush probably would have cost about 30 quid otherwise. Luckily the gearbox tunnel isn't isn't tied down properly, so that's the best access I've got. Not going to be so slapdash when I put the MTF in. I'm using a proper pump for that. So I did 20 kilometres in the Defender, got it nice and hot, and it was time to drain out that new ATF and see what comes out. The gearbox cross members had an extra plate welded to the rear of it on this Defender, which was a bracket used for the full underbelly armouring. So it's a bit annoying. The gearbox drains right on top of this and it splashes everywhere, which is a bit similar to the pre-99 gearboxes. If you've got a 300 TDI from the 90s, the gearbox cross members right in the way of where the draining oil wants to go, which is a bit of a pain. But I found these bits of plastic are very useful actually for directing the flow. These are basically the covers from A3 wall calendars. It's usually got some kind of cover from Photobox on, those kind of companies on the front of it, and they're very useful actually and very flexible. It's quite warm. A couple of bigger chunks on that. So this second time round, the magnet, it's got a few larger bits on it, to be honest. The larger bits, you'd potentially start thinking about bearing material, perhaps. If we take a look at the drained oil, though, that is very interesting. Because, I'll be honest, I was not expecting the oil to be this dirty on the second flush. It looks like there's a lot more bronze-type material, brass-type material than the original oil, because the original flush may have been masking that because it was so dirty. It also shows, I think, there's still a lot of oil still lurking after an oil change. If you imagine the main shaft, the oil pump is still going to have oil inside of it, I would expect. And then, of course, anything still sat at the bottom of the casing when you've done the original draining. I didn't do a second flush with ATF, but it does make me wonder now whether I should have, considering the amount of rubbish that came out with this flush now. So anyway, I filled it back up with genuine MTF 94. I tend to use genuine oil as I don't really trust the aftermarket stuff, if I'm honest. It's not very common. It's not very common oil, and I don't know if they've stuck to the specification as well as they could have done. It's not that easy to find the specification of what the genuine MTF94 is. There's potentially a lot of other more modern gearbox oils out there that would be suitable, but without any hard evidence, I think I'll just be sticking with the genuine stuff. Once that was all filled back up, I moved on to inspecting the original oil I drained out. If I just drain this into the oil pan, then it'd be mixed with a decade of other sludge and scum from all the other oil changes. So you can see in the bubbles that's visible on the top here, that's showing the anti-foaming additives have run out in this oil, which another indication that the oil is pretty old, at least 5 years plus, I would say. That might be metal, basically, that the magnet couldn't attract. They're big chunks, which is good. Not horrendous, but it feels good to be putting fresh oil in the gearbox. There's quite a stain of a few sparkles, but mostly like dark grey. It's like a kind of graphite material. There's some photos on screen from the drained oil from when this oil pan was new, and this is back in 2010 when that big chunk of Synchro Hub came out that was pictured earlier. There's quite a few chunky nuggets here, not just of yellow metal but grey metal as well, and I haven't seen anything like this in this oil, so either that means the bigger chunks have already broken off and they've been lost in an earlier oil change, or the gearbox is just generally very worn. It's not got any particular damage per se, it's just generally very worn from not having frequent enough oil changes, and that wear has resulted in a lot of smaller particles. Anyway, long term, I do want to recondition this gearbox. I mean, the net result is gearbox is worn. Tell me something that I don't know, but I think it was just quite interesting to have a look at the oil while I had the opportunity. I do want to recondition this gearbox, and I mean this exact gearbox, because it's an original numbers matching one. I want to preserve that as much as I can. I don't want to buy a different one and then send this one back to a reconditioners. So that'll be a fun project at some point in the future. The gearbox is essentially working. It's just not as good as it could be, and it probably doesn't have 100,000 miles left in it, let's say. So I'm willing to bear with it for the moment. There's also a whole bunch of drivetrain noise, which is either the gearbox, the transfer box, or the diffs. I mean, the gearbox is a strong contender for that. And I do actually manage to solve one of the drivetrain noises on this vehicle, but you'll have to wait for that in another video. Let me know what the magnetic drain plugs and the drained oil looks like in comparison to any Defenders you own, have done servicing on, or have bought with an unknown service history. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.